Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Duran Roper, and I'm excited to be sharing with you today. Today, I'm going to be talking about the topic of belief. Now, as I thought about the topic, I was thinking to myself, what could I come up with as a definition for belief? And the definition that I came up with is that belief is accepting something to be true for the future without having total, full, complete evidences in the present. So accepting something to be true for the future without having full evidence in the present. And if you look at the good book gives a definition that faith/belief is the substance of things hoped for and the evidences of things not seen. And that little word hope comes to mind because hope is so powerful. Hope looks at the future. Hope is the next second, the next minute, the next hour, the next day, the next month, the next year. That's the future. And hope focuses on that. So regardless of what has happened in the past, what you've gone through, what you've been through, belief is saying, regardless of what the past is, you can have hope for the future. And I think that's what makes it so powerful, because you can have hope for the future. Now, as it pertains to belief as well, I think it's a double-edged sword, right? If you know how to have it work for you, it can create a positive ripple effect in your life. However, if you don't understand it, and because you don't understand it, don't apply it, it can diminish your results, diminish your returns. Now, look at this concept. I think belief is one of the fundamental tenets of success. Obviously, you have to have your goals that you're working towards, but after you come up with the direction or the goal that you want to achieve, the next thing is that you have to believe that you can put the actions, you can put the organized plan in place to actually achieve that goal. And if you believe that you can, you know what you're going to do? You're going to take action towards it. And consistent action must produce results. Now, if you understand the concept of the compound effect, if you do something positive over and over and over, if you organize a plan, come up with the action that you need to take to accomplish that goal, and you do it over and over, and you become better and better, it must produce positive results. The challenge with us sometimes is that we underestimate the amount of work it takes to accomplish a goal. Every prize has a price to pay. And I think unconsciously, most times we're just not willing to put in the work or pay the price that is needed to create the success that we want. So going back to the cycle, if you believe, you're going to take action. If you take positive action, you're going to get positive results. And when you get positive results, you know what happens there? That positive result is going to translate into you having evidences or having evidence that if you take action, if you believe and put in work and take action, you will get results. And that evidence that you have had from your result is going to spiral into more belief. So the cycle starts again. More belief again is going to have you take more action. More action is going to produce more results, and more results is going to produce that confidence and evidence that you need to do it over again. So if you find that somebody who's created that first success in anything, and it just seems like everything they touch, like it turns to gold. Why? Because they have evidences that if they believe, take action, they'll create results, and they're positive and confident. And anytime any kind of self-doubt or self-belief comes into place, they look at their past success and they can almost generate their own belief to say, if I've done it in the past, I can do it again. And that's the power. And it also works, because it's a double-edged sword, it also works in the negative, right? If you can't believe, you're not going to take action. If you're not taking action, nobody needs to tell you that you won't create results. And that lack of result will produce lack of evidence, lack of confidence and lack of evidence will produce less belief. And you see, it's a spiraling effect down to the ground, right? While if the other way is a spiral effect going up. So you see how, just like most good things in life, if you work in a positive way, you get positive results. If you work in a negative way, you get negative results. And if you don't understand it, most times it may work for you sometime and sometime it doesn't, which, that's going to diminish your returns in the future. Last thing I want to look at as it pertains to faith is, faith/belief is, how is it developed? How do you develop faith? Right? Going back to the good book. The good book talks about faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. Right? It's all about your association. And again, the positive, the great ability to make a decision for yourself. But guess what? Some of us, came from not so great association. We grew up in homes where there was lack of faith, lack of belief, negativity. And to a certain extent, as a child, you can't control that, right? It's just what it is. And the truth is that your constant and negative association is going to affect your belief. Now, the great thing is that the here and now, you can change your association for the future. And that's that belief, that's a hope that you have the ability to change your association. Be around more positive people and even coming down a little simpler. Read positive books. Most books cost $10 now these days, like very positive, uplifting books of people who created successful things in their life because of their belief. And it rubs off. Read a book, right? Read a biography of somebody who lacked belief but overcame that. And because they did, you can too. Listen to a video, go on YouTube, listen to somebody's story and see how, the presence of belief in their life changed and impacted their life. Listen, go to conferences. And I'm saying that, everybody can change their association. The other thing is that now you have to speak into your own life, speak positively, right? There's a quote that says, ensure that we are led by the vision of our future than the memory of our past. Whatever happens in the past is the past, right? We can't change it. However, we can take action now that will change the results for us in the future. And I think that is just so powerful. One of the things that why faith is so important, or belief is so important, because it's very contagious. It's a ripple effect, right? There's a quote that says, when one person's dream comes true, 1,000 others become possible. And that's that ripple effect of belief. It's contagious. It's like a fire. When it gets started, it just engulfs everything. And that's the kind of momentum that you want to really change the trajectory of your life, if it's a case that it's going in a direction that you're not satisfied with. So I think, that's what I wanted to share with you as I wrap up here, as it pertains to belief as well. A lot of times, sometimes it's not the thing that we believe that hurts us the most, but sometimes the things that we believe that are not true. And so we have to make notes, write down the things that you think are your beliefs, right? And, check them to ensure that they're serving you in a positive direction. And if I can just leave one thing before you as I wrap up, as it pertains to belief, right? If you evaluate yourself and evaluate your belief, and there's a belief that you have that is not serving you, or it's not contributing to you achieving your goal, just drop it. Just stop believing it. Just stop doing it. And so I think, just by what we went through a while ago, we can understand that, just belief, faith is one of the fundamental tenets of success. We have to ensure that, our minds are right. We have to ensure that our belief is going in the right direction. And that's what I wanted to share with us as we go here. I think maybe I have one last thing that I can share about it as it pertains to a quote, right? Take your eyes off the obstacle and place it on your belief. Take your eyes off the mountain, the obstacle that you may be experiencing in your life, and focus on generating the right belief. And when you do that, mountain will become a molehill. All right. Thank you for allowing me to share. Excited to share with you next time on the channel. If this impacted you, go ahead and share it with somebody who you want to inspire, who you want to create belief in, and I'll see you next time on the channel. Take care.